Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with. Yes, it has been one thing after another recently. I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within—
The Fatui? Again? But who are the Lawrence clan?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the aristocrats that had oppressed the people of—
Oh, Paimon gets it! So the clan's descendants are now—
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason— Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences. But it seems the descendants of the— No matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is we could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant. But all of our past efforts would have been wasted. You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius. But you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You're a traveler from a distant land, and you can approach the aristocrats in this way once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan.
Whoa! Leave it to Master Jean to come up—
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all the The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling near the northern city walls. It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition, but if we— Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way, I'll do anything—
Huh?
Hello! We're here to—
Hello? What's wrong? Huh. And I suppose you think, given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a if you wish to address me. Now, if you're somehow capable of—
That's etiquette?
Huh. In former times, and neglecting your manners would result in a— But look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the waste. What did you say? You dare question the dignity? I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. Save your words. I find your manners and Besides, I am in no way— Now I have more pressing matters to—
So this is what Master Jean meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight, I'm just on my way out to gather some intel. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must have run into some trouble.
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but things seem to have run aground.
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't— You just have to keep at it and never give up. Hey, why don't you let me try to help?
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with— But it turns out that he's a peculiar character.
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you didn't have any manners. I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time. The Lawrence—
you mean—
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan. My good buddy, Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th company. Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and conventions of her family. However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrence.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan, then why would
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the Knights. Her family members don't particularly care for her. In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the family. She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning.
Thanks, Amber. All right.
Good luck, you two. I've got my...
Who would have guessed that... Well, if you want to learn about the conduct of the Lawrence clan, who better to ask than one of their own family members? The Fatui! What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later!
You can't run!
Surrender and I'll be...
Looks like I went too far. You need to hurry up! You need to hurry up!
You're in for a little shock.
This was well done!
To dust!
Come a little closer.
Roasted fry!
The hunt is on!
You need to hurry up! This was well done!
You're in for a little shock.
An unfortunate fault! I will I slipped up.
Terra Smash!
I guess.
You don't think twice before reaching for your sword, do you? And now you get to stake a claim. You think you're stronger because you got to them first?
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all the credit. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of Fatui at once can be dangerous.
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what you mean, but...
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safety of...
Arch enemies? Wait a minute! You were saying how good—
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort 2 strangers guilty of stealing my targets all the way back to Mons, which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble.
Huh? So that's how you see all this?
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange. Although at least we can
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normals. Speaking of which, how do you know my name?
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, we're trying to invent— He's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to—
I understand now. That's my uncle, all right. But why do you mean to investigate him? I see. You have some nerve to faming a family member right in front of me.
No! This is an assignment from Master Jean! It's just an event—
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless rulers of all—
Oh, so that's what you think of me? Yet another transgression to avenge.
But— didn't you say it first? Oh—
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3— I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan.
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk to you.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in Mondstadt. We'll require other people. We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment—
Paimon— Still, Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
You finally arrived. There's no time to spare.
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up first. Otherwise, it'll keep bugging us.
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't let— Don't worry. There's a time and place for exacting vengeance.
You need to be in the right mood for vengeance.
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even who knows how long it will be before I get to you.
Well, if you have so much to take—
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle. All worthy of vengeance in my eyes. But you needn't worry, at least not whilst we're investigating this matter. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, but if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear the full punishment. I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are 2 key points that aristocrats attach great importance to: your manner of speech and your bearing. Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way of carrying conversation, even with
Oh, Paimon's already learned some Mark my words, vengeance will be
Not even close. And besides, it sounds strange.
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say not to call others strange? It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming..."
As the morning dew—
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value. Yet, oh no, you must be prudent with your words. Calling someone a good friend could easily offend them.
But didn't you just say my dear friend and—
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain— It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So, another thing to remember. However, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberately trying to estrange them. This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one another, you then exchange courtesies.
Wait! This is all too abstract. Perhaps it would be better if you gave some real-life demonstrations.
Very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bud.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a... Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility...
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of anything.
Hold on. What did they always... Whenever a dispute arises, protection... Got it.
Is everyone from the Lawrence... The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing... And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead. If that's all, I'll be going. I'm afraid I won't be able...
Hey!
Wow, the Lawrence name really does carry a terrible reputation.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much. Let's find... You please acknowledge... Huh? Why don't you respond? Right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll... Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling.
Hey, stop bothering me or else Then again, I've got no words for anyone from the Lawrence.
Again? What's with this attitude?
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. I'll remember your... You there.
Yeah, I've already... I mean, seriously, can't you just...
Please calm down. We don't...
I know she's a Knight of Favonius, and that the Knights wouldn't miss... Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence... And if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using...
But mark my words.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here. I'm sorry, but I want her to... Listen here. If you don't want things to get more...
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling any... It's all right. This happens quite...
Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to
What can we do? The Lawrence name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Don't worry. What with me being a Knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to speak a few words with me. Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today. Believe me, it's...
So this is the way things are normally for you? There's no need for them to direct their anger...
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. As memories are carried in the city breeze, at least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family.
Yeah! Why were you so willing to try and demonstrate for us?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either. Let's leave it at that. Just think of it as... But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing right? Right? We'll just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this. Come with me to Dragonspine.
It's so cold.
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must... For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is quite... But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly...
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats, and compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake. Uh-huh. This is where you can finally...
All right, let's get started. That won't do. You've exposed your shortcomings. No need to worry. Head back to the starting point and try. It'll be difficult at... Remember, not bad.
Paimon almost did,
Don't. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a there's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will... True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle. My family set only the highest expectations for me. Eve, let's proceed, shall we? This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly.
Verdict is... Ha!
You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Time for retribution!
Come a little closer.
Terra Smash! Quake! Burn! Ha! Ha!
You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try... You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again. Too much.
Terra Smash! Yeah! Time for retribution!
You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
You... to dust!
You failed this time. What a shame. You failed this time. What a shame. But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Yeah! Time for retribution! Quake!
This is a new one. Got something for ya.
Terra Smash! You'll pay for that. Verdict is...
Well done. And you managed to given such an outstanding performance.
Like Paimon's...
Hold on. I was commending the travelers.
What?
Yes, of course. You were frantically... Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Yeah, that's it.
Whatever the reason, not heeding...
Huh? What is it?
Certainly not. Didn't you just say that you were freezing?
Oh, thank you.
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a... So, dear friend...
Paimon knew something was off.
All in the name of vengeance. No need to thank... Now then, given that you're I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah...
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here...
Very well. It's been some time since we've last shared a meal. Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we eat.
Yes? Is there something else you'd like to order?
Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut?
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also something that Amber ordered?
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order it...
So, we clearly didn't order this.
You're gonna take revenge on her for giving...
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character I am. Well then... please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies. Sarah will pay for this.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a...
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long...
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's because... Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts contempt as much.
It's fine when you're just joking between us, but I'm afraid our honorary knight might... Eula's always talking about vengeance, but that's just how she is. It's nothing you should take too seriously.
But I am serious, and I'll remember every transgression committed against me.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good person. There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say something nice.
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
Well... no.
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. It's impossible for me, and I have no All right, no need to look so sullen.
Oh, I'm stuffed. I'll see...
No need. I've left the mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad. Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. All right, next you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain near Springvale.
Aren't you coming with us, Eula?
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. It'd be better if you two went alone. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish.
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness.
Let's meet again.
Here, the gebratenes Fleisch... And by the way, Don't worry too much when Eula says strange things. She's actually a very good
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula, but she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber just now.
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing the Lawrence name. They are unable to see past her family. Therefore, they don't actually see Eula for herself. So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything she tries to...
How come you're able to see Eula differently then?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an uproar. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their... At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the end...
Whoa! So both sides were unhappy.
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula must... But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, in the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonius. But she simply fulfills her duty as a knight. Silently, people like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated a little more fair. I believe a day will come when things will get better.
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again.
I'm glad. I think that would make her very happy. Though, take care.
Nothing but the breeze. Breathe my own.
Seems to be pretty tattered, but there's a really fancy chair. Could this be another aristocrat?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself of you two. A few humble words, huh? Yes, that sounds appropriate enough. Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded. I'll overlook your previous...
Wow, this guy thinks so highly of himself.
Ah, a kindred spirit, I see. Yes, we must resist the blundering knights. Impressive. My intentions were to test...
Oh, so he was...
Your conduct is satisfactory. But if I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of... Ah, good. Very good. You are bright. And compared with the common folk...
By the way, we brought a gift. Ahem. Paimon means we would like to present you...
Could this... It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young... It's been so long since I dug into a big... Ah, yes. This...
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what...
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must certainly imply that... wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was meant to be a family... Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, you must be a talent. Please, come with me. We happen to be in need of competent fellows like... to see some... friends.
So he trusts us solely based on your etiquette.
Well then, let's get...
Do you think his friends are the Fatui? Things will get sticky if the Fatui happen to recognize you. What should we do?
Wish me luck.
Huh? Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden? Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher than theirs, and therefore we shouldn't allow them to admire.
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure.
Let's proceed, shall we?
I'll protect us.
As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is unacceptable.
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected?
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there! Who's that?
If you really must know, they're my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the—
But this matter is of utmost secrecy.
You dare question the ways of a
No need to sound all high and mighty like— Fine.
Good thing you're with us. They don't dare to question you.
Of course. That is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with the blink of an eye. Huh. And such glory will return to me again before long.
Where have I seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this?
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely trustworthy. You have—
Our plans are strictly confidential. Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined—
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is the Knights of Favonius pay no—
And what about this thing?
Enough! You dare question my word? Without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been— You must immediately offer your sincerity—
Fine. I'll take you. Now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring the diagram?
Oh, so that's what's going—
Yes, of course. Here it is.
Let me see. Why is it so poorly drawn?
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I went to great lengths to— That shape is the symbol of the Knights of Favonius.
I see. Crew.
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed. The rights to that building, as well as the whole of Mondstadt, belong to the Lawrence clan.
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use haggling. We will make good use of the intel you provided.
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic— Perfect. Just as it once was, and just as it should be.
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act rashly.
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
That's right! It's the honorary knight and their trusty companion, Paimon! We're—
So this was all just a ploy to
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust in—
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh? We'll see about that!
Just as I expected. I knew I should have never trusted. No matter. We already have the—
They're running off in different directions. Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end, Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Schubert later.
That all you got? Almost. Let's end this quickly. Stay right dust. I see through you. You can't run. Well, neither can I.
You're stuck now.
Joy, we've only just begun. That all you got?
This'll pack a punch.
You can't run. Well, neither can I.
Let the show begin.
Terra Smash! Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun. I see through you. I miscalculated.
Got something for ya. This is a new one.
This is bad.
The door is open. Let's go. Is that...
Don't touch me! Get out of my way!
It seems we finally caught up with you. Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
Aha! I see now. So you're... Furthermore, there is a rule in our family.
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had no reason not to teach.
You have brought shame to our family.
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you were well aware that it was not—
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. You still have a chance. Defeat every knight of... Then I shall plead with the
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius to attack the Knights of...
I shall say this one last time. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in...
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Why, you...
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. Had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make, trying to keep the...
You dare...
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dear... I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. But I am capable of discerning right from... The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you...
Oh, the disgrace of it all!
Things are starting to get pretty...
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. Given that you've already taken action, I assume you've come across...
Hyman took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle...
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the... Let's discuss this later. Beg for mercy. Shudder!
I'll protect us.
They're here! Stop them! Use this first. That seemed to work.
Verdict is...
I must solidify.
Ever seen one of these?
Terra Smash! Counterattack!
Let's dance.
Shudder! Yeah! More speed.
Have a load of this.
Got something for ya. You're stuck now.
You can't run.
Let the show begin. Come on, we can do it.
Well,
Freeze to the core!
now you got it.
Crush!
Counterattack. Miscalculated. You need to hurry up. Roasted frog. An unfortunate pull.
Quake!
Shudder! Beg for mercy.
Shouldn't get careless. Sam, cook this through.
Crush!
Harden up. What annoyance.
Beg for mercy.
This is trouble. Finally, some quiet. That's no excuse for slacking.
More speed. Vengeance will be mine. Shudder!
This is a new one.
This is bad.
Burn!
Let's dance.
This should be fun. Finish quickly. I'll break you.
Crush!
Terra Smash!
Shudder!
This should be fun.
Time for retribution!
Crush!
Ever seen one of these? Ugh. You're stuck now.
Beg for mercy.
Bad is it time for break you.
To dust!
Yes, this is it.
Crush!
No slacking off.
More speed. Shudder!
It isn't time for break you.
Beg for mercy.
No slacking off. Finally, this should be fun. Quiet.
Flood of frost. Shudder.
Time for retribution!
La 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 la.
Crush. Beg for mercy.
My duty at an end. option but to fight!
Got something for ya. The hunt is on.
You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them!
Verdict is...
No escape!
Freeze to the core! Crush!
You
More speed.
run from it up!
Shudder! Beg for mercy. Crush! This must be it. They may very well have already made a cop, but without my uncle as their puppet.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied on...
True. But if their plan had hinged pure... The Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know how to handle things.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking, I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm here to return the favor.
Finally, after all this time, Paimon, in reality, you sensed that something might happen to us during our investigation. You were worried about us and your uncle.
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out you... And mark my words, I'll remember that.
Hey, what do you mean, Paimon?
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forget you.
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit.
Sure.
That you will. And make sure not to steal my targets next time.